while the second table was witness to some surprising early exits. Poker pro Dennis Phillips was first out, quickly followed by hockey greats Jeremy Roenick and Alexander Ovechkin, whose success on the ice did not carry over to the felt. And in the end, NHL star Matt Sundin claimed bragging rights over Stanley Cup champ Eddie Olczyk.
Good job. Both
advanced to the final table and can now shoot for the title of champion here at the NHL Charity Shoutout, presented by PokerStars.net. Back inside the Rio in the third qualifying table, 6 players remain, hoping to claim one of 2 seats at the final table. 3 others will qualify via a second chance tournament. Action is on the chip leader, Scott Hartnel. He played his first NHL game in Japan.
They play hockey in Japan?
Well, they played a game in Japan against the Penguins.
I'm going to start having to draft there for my fantasy hockey pool.
How much is it?
Hartnell folded Connoly with ace-7.
I'll go all in.
He shoves all in for his last 5,600.
Well, the blinds are high at 6 and 12. Connoly's lost a few chips since his last double up, so he's on the short stack again.
Moneymaker will sit this one out on Versteeg in the small blind. Queen 9 off.
All in, eh?
Cool would be a takedown E from Entourage.
All the boys up there would love it.
I love that, yeah.
Versteeg's Entourage would love to see him take out Kevin Connoly.
I don't really have much, but...
Cool.
Yeah, doesn't have much with Queen 9, but makes the call, and he'll go up against Connoly.
He's not in that bad a shape, as you see. 42% chance to knock out E.
Versteeg likes the gamble, though. So he'll try one more time to take out the actor. The flop is deuce tray queen. Versteeg puts Connoly on the edge, pairing that queen.
Can we bust him, please? Because he scares me to death over here.
That's poker, as they say.
Yeah.
Connoly's going to need an ace now on the Turner River.
And it's a jack. Versteeg still best.
One card away. Kevin Connoly desperately wants that ace.
Oh! And there it is! Wow! A Hollywood scriptwriter couldn't have done it better.
It's a big one.
Gives it the old Ovechkin fist pump.
And Connoly doubles up.
Story takes a turn, eh? Story takes a turn.
And it's quiet up there in Blackhawk Town, isn't it?
Chris Versteeg now playing with a short stack after losing those chips to Connoly. And with that double up, Connoly is up to third place. Hartnell still on top. Moneymaker has closed the gap. Souray, Schuster, and Versteeg bringing up the rear. And the blinds are up once again to 800, 1,600, 200 chip ante. Sheldon Souray co-owns a Montreal restaurant with New Jersey goalie Martin Brodeur. Queen 10 offsuit.
1,600.
And he calls.
Well, that's a mediocre hand at best. Queen 10 offsuit.
7 deuce of spades for Versteeg.
And that's a very bad hand.
But it's all in again for Versteeg.
He doesn't like folding.
No, he doesn't.
Him and George Larocque have something in common.
Jeff Schuster, the online qualifier from Heartland, Michigan, loves the Red Wings. 6-5 off. And he is all in.
Well, this hand is getting a little nuts.
Hartnell with pocket trays in the small blind.
I'll go all in, too.
Scott shoves. He's got everyone covered.
Well, Hartnell does have a good stack of chips here. He can afford them. But I probably would have folded the threes anyway.
Souray gets out of the way.
I got nothing.
2 players at risk. Hartnell could knock out both Versteeg and Schuster.
Well, Versteeg in the worst shape. He's only got 1 overcard to the pocket threes. Schuster, he can catch a 5 or a 6 to take the lead.
7 deuce, 6-5, all in.
Threes, 5, 6, and deuce 7, all in, all 3 of them.
Moneymaker pointing out the difference between the professional approach and the amateur approach.
Scott Hartnell going for the double knockout, trying to knock out Jeff Schuster, the online qualifier, and the Blackhawks' young forward, Chris Versteeg. The flop is 6, 10, 7. Versteeg's pair of 7s take the lead. Schuster with a pair of 6s to keep his hopes alive. Hartnell's pocket trays in trouble.
Well, Versteeg started with the worst hand, now has the best hand.
It is an 8. Versteeg still ahead. His 7 deuce playing like a monster.
A 9 on the river would put a straight on the board, and all 3 players would split the pot.
The river card is another 8, and Versteeg will win it. Triple up and then some. Hartnell gave it his best shot, but it went wide. Schuster wins the side pot, but it's only worth 800 chips.
800 chips. He doesn't even have enough to put in the big blind.
Hartnell knocked down to below 18,000. Versteeg with almost 22,000 now.
You lost.
I was a big loser.
And I wouldn't say that Versteeg got these chips in the traditional sense.
Online qualifier Jeff Schuster playing with his last few chips. Chris Versteeg, a force to be reckoned with now. Daniel, he's handled this accelerated blind structure very well. Just play every hand and win.
He's been really lucky. You know, it's unbelievable. This just goes to show you anybody can win at poker.
Chris Moneymaker with ace-king. Offsuit and a raise to 3,500.
Oh, this shouldn't be fair. A guy like Versteeg's not supposed to have good hands, too.
They'll never expect he's got
7.
pocket jacks. A re-raise to 7,000.
Well, considering what Moneymaker's seen so far, Versteeg, it's going to be hard to ever fold ace-king.
Schuster already put 200 in for the ante. His last 600 to go all in with king 6.
Really no choice for Schuster.
And now it's folded to Souray. And he'll sit this one out.
Expect to see Moneymaker go with it.
Yep. Re-raise to 21,006. Versteeg right behind him with his jacks.
A quick call all in by Versteeg with the 2 jacks.
King 6.
Against the ace-king of Moneymaker. 2 players at risk again.
Moneymaker loses pot, he'd be crippled as well. Versteeg has a big stack of chips.
So Moneymaker and Versteeg coming at it with about even chips. Here's the flop. It is 10 deuce queen. Versteeg's pocket jacks are still ahead. Schuster, well, figuring out what his farewell speech will be.
Versteeg has jacks but does not want to see a jack because Moneymaker would make a straight.
Give him a set. Give him a set.
Moneymaker hoping for that jack. Turn card is a 5.
Doesn't do it.
3 spades on the board. Not one player with a spade in their hand.
Schuster drawing dead will be eliminated. And now the river card. It is an 8 of diamonds. Versteeg will win that pot. Take most of Moneymaker's chips. Jeff Schuster, eliminated in 6th place, will win money for his charity, the NHL PA Goals and Dreams Fund.
Good game, guys. Good game.
Chris Moneymaker crippled. And how about Chris Versteeg? Over 47,000 chips. Moneymaker down to 900.
Just shocked. He's like, what just happened there?
Chris Versteeg making a reservation for the final table. Five players remain in the NHL Charity Shoutout presented by PokerStars.net. The champ on the ropes. Chris Moneymaker doesn't have enough for the big blind. Actor Kevin Connoly is in 3rd. Everyone, though, trailing Chris Versteeg, who has more than half the chips in play.
Holy chips McGee over there. He's going to bust me out of the tournament.
The veterans at this table showing the younger Versteeg respect. Just another highlight and a wonderful year for the NHL winger.
My name is Chris Versteeg of the Chicago Blackhawks. This past season, I was a rookie. It's been surreal to me. I can't really put into words how special everything's been. Something I'll remember for my lifetime is probably the Winter Classic. You got to play out in Wrigley Field, and just the atmosphere and hearing the fans chant, I mean, it was pretty special.
Rebound, he scored!
I scored the first goal of the game.
Chris Versteeg becomes the first hockey player to ever score a goal at Wrigley Field.
That's a once-in-a-lifetime thing, definitely my biggest hockey moment. I've never played poker too much. I kind of do feel out of place, but I got to represent the young guys out there. All these guys that are walking around, you've looked up to them, you've watched them since you're a young kid, and now I'm playing poker against them, so they're going to intimidate me a bit, but to be a part of all this in my first season, it's been pretty spectacular.
Daniel, you had rookie success. How do you keep that from going to your head?
Oh, no, I didn't.
Action on Versteeg. Chip leader with 10-7 off.
Okay, Jack 5, yes. My favorite hand, the 10-7, no. I'm confused.
Scott Hartnell, 9-4 of clubs.
Call.
He likes the suited cards, makes the call. Kevin Connoly now, a suited ace, ace-6 of clubs.
Well, this would be a good opportunity for him to be aggressive.
No, but just a call.
Likes to see a flop cheap.
Souray folds, now Moneymaker. And the big blind forced all in anyway. King 5 of spades.
You might get me after all.
That appears to be the case.
It does appear to be the case.
Kevin Connoly said he was going to go after Moneymaker. He might get him here. All right, the flop. Trey Queen. Trey 2 clubs. Moneymaker gets no help. Connoly with the nut flush draw. Hartnell with a weaker flush draw.
I'm dead.
Well, that's a great flop for Connoly. He's got the best hand with ace high and, of course, the best draw.
And Hartnell's going to bet at 2,000. Connoly with the call.
Well, Connoly could have just went all in there.
8 of spades. Connoly's still best. Hartnell first to act. Still aggressive. 3,000.
Wow, he's continuing with the semi-bluff. And Connoly just chugging along, trying to catch that club. Of course, Moneymaker needing a king or a 5 that's not a club.
Rivers an 8 of diamonds. Connoly with ace high gets the check mark. Moneymaker's not out of it technically.
Yeah, he would need an assist from his buddy Hartnell.
It looks like he might get it. Hartnell with a bluff. That's enough to put Connoly all in.
We see Hartnell covering his mouth, giving it the little wipe. That's a bluff.
So now the decision to Connoly. Does he want to put his tournament at risk? He lays it down. That means Moneymaker will survive winning the main pot. Hartnell's bluff will win the bigger side pot.
And Moneymaker can't believe it.
You're my friend, Scott. Thank you.
Connoly had a chance. Boy, is he going to hear about that on the set.
Jesus.
Well, Hartnell with a nice 3-barrel bluff there, but he let Moneymaker live.
Ridiculous.
There were the gray ones.
Killed us that. Killed us, buddy.
Well, more to the point, it almost killed Connoly. He's short stacked, and he missed out on a golden opportunity to knock out Moneymaker.
That should not happen. I really appreciate that.
So Chris gets a gift, but he's not out of the woods yet. He also is left with just 3,800 chips. A savvy play from the Philadelphia Flyer, huh, Daniel?
Well, it's debatable. You know, on one hand, he did pick up some extra chips, but he left the dangerous Moneymaker to stick around.
I'm all in.
Kevin Connoly all in for his final chips with King 10 off.
30.
Moneymaker in the blind folds 10 deuce. Versteeg in the big blind. Ace King of diamonds.
Okay, if he folds that and plays the Jack 5 every time, I'll be totally confused.
He's not folding. He's going to call for 2,000 more, and we'll put Kevin Connoly at risk.
He's in bad shape. Connoly is dominated. Versteeg about a 4-1 favorite to knock out Connoly.
That's a good hand, buddy.
But Connoly did the right thing. Short on chips, you got to make a move.
These two, though, can't get away from each other. Connoly at risk and gets no help there.
He's just going to need a 10 now. No real backdoor draws or anything.
Turn card is a 4. Connoly now looking for a miracle. Versteeg added a straight draw.
So Connoly down to just a 10.
And the river card is a 7. And Kevin Connoly put out of his misery, knocked out in 5th place from this NHL Charity Shootout. Chris Versteeg eliminating the actor. $2,000 will go to Connoly's charity, St. Jude's Children's Hospital.
Still got to be thinking about that ace-6 of clubs hand.
Can't believe we didn't knock Moneymaker out of that.
So Connoly's out, Moneymaker's still alive, but barely, all thanks to the play of Scott Hartnell, who is second in chips. Hartnell had a big part in crippling Connoly, but it was the chip leader Versteeg who finished him off. Versteeg over 52,000 chips now. 4 players remain, but only 2 will make the final table. Only 4 remain at the NHL Charity Shootout. Right now, the 5th place finisher, Kevin Connoly, is with Heidi Androl.
All right, Kevin. Well, it didn't go exactly as scripted.
And by the way, we could have knocked out Moneymaker, and he won on a garbage hand. He got lucky. That would have been great. I would have been happy to just knock him out, but it didn't work out, so we'll get him next time.
Oh, well, you'll get him next time.
Yeah,
you can at least go home with your head held
high. Yeah, go home, so.
Did you learn anything here at the poker? No, you didn't learn anything.
I'm mad I lost, so I'm in a bad mood right now.
You're in a bad mood.
I am.
All right, well, thank you.
Well, great.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I'll see you guys later. Take care.
Connoly still steaming and in a rush to get out of here. Have your people call my people.
Everyone hates getting knocked out of a poker tournament.
There's not a whole lot of mystery at this point, is there? You got 2 really, really short stacks and 2 people advancing.
Moneymaker and Sheldon Souray are the short stacks.
Don't need positive thinking to figure out you're in trouble.
It's a unique format. The 2 guys with chips should be very careful not to give Moneymaker a chance here to double up.
Sheldon Souray all in with King 8 for his last 1,700. Moneymaker with 8-5. Nope, he'll sit this one out. Versteeg now in the small blind. Pocket 4s.
I'll see you.
2,000 total.
Well, you would think so. Pair of 4s against a short stack.
Souray at risk. Hartnel in the big blind, ace-10.
I'm going to raise.
Wow. Yeah, he heard something from the